What's going on, guys? So I have a special treat for you today. Very, very special treat. So make sure you watch until the end. Dad paid for her tuition. Samantha Markle calls her sister delusional and a liar after Meghan described her struggles to pay for university education in a speech in Fiji. Oh, I'm dying to hear what she had to say and why she's delusional and why she's a liar. Samantha Markle has branded her sister a liar after she gave a speech about the difficulties of paying to go to university, saying their father paid for her tuition. Oh, that's interesting because I'm not going to spoil it for you. Hold on for the punchline. Meghan, 37, gave her first speech as a member of the royal family at the University of the South Pacific's Suva campus in Fiji today. She discussed the challenges of funding further education, saying she relied on scholarships and financial aid programs to get through her university degree. But her half-sister, 53, quickly took to Twitter to brand her delusional and a liar, saying she missed out on a very important detail in her speech. And the actual tweet from Samantha Markle says, Dad paid her college tuition. She forgot the most important part of the speech, and there are receipts to prove it. I love my sister, but this is ridiculous. You can't lie like this, Meg. Delusionally absurd. I tend to agree if this is true, and it sounds like it is. She wrote, Dad paid her college tuition. Yeah, I just read that bit. I love my sister, but I just read that bit. Fuck, why do they repeat shit in articles? The Duchess of Sussex said to students and staff, I am also fully aware of the challenges of being able to afford this level of schooling for many people around the world, myself included. So let's all be socialists and give people education for free. Because that's what feminists want since they've taken over the universities and they want to indoctrinate everyone. It was through scholarships, financial aid programs, and a work study where my earnings from a job on campus went directly towards my tuition that I was able to attend university, and without question, it was worth every effort. But Samantha is adamant their father, Thomas Markle, 74, paid for Meghan to go to university. And this is Samantha Markle pictured with a younger Meghan while Samantha was getting her college degree. And this is presumably also paid for by the father. Mr. Markle, who has been famously cut out of his daughter's new life as a royal, worked as an Emmy Award-winning lighting director on hit US TV shows such as General Hospital and Married with Children. Man, I miss Al Bundy from Married with Children. That guy was a freaking legend. Before retiring to Mexico 8 years ago. In an interview with the Mail on Sunday, he told of how Meghan was sent to exclusive private schools from kindergarten onwards, and he paid for her $30,000 US a year tuition at Northwestern University, Illinois, with, sorry if I pronounced that wrong to any of you from Illinois or Illinois, I'm not sure which it is, with $750,000 in winnings from a lottery. He claims he funded a teenage Meghan's expensive holidays abroad, including a visit to Britain, where she was photographed outside Buckingham Palace. Mr. Markle described himself as a proud man who's never asked his daughter for a penny, despite suffering financial setbacks over the years and losing the vast majority that is, of his lottery winnings in a bad business deal. But Meghan gave a different impression in her speech. As a university graduate, I know the personal feeling of pride and excitement that comes with attending university. And I bet you know the feeling of indoctrination, even though you don't know you've been indoctrinated. From the moment you receive your acceptance letter, to the exams you spend countless nights studying for the lifelong friendships you make with your fellow alumni, and the moment you receive your diploma, the journey of higher education is an incredible, impactful, and pivotal one. Everyone should be afforded the opportunity to receive the education they want, but more importantly, the education they have the right to receive. And for women and girls in developing countries, this is vital. Hang on. I don't think boys just get free education in developing countries. Something's sus here. Providing them with access to education is the key to economic and social development. Because when girls are given the right tools to succeed, they can create incredible futures, not only for themselves, but for those around them. Royal fans quickly took to Twitter to question whether Meghan's remarks were a reference to her father's claims that he paid for her education. One wrote, "Did Meghan just clap back to her liar sister and her disgraceful father in that speech without even mentioning their names? You mean the disgraceful father that paid for her college education?" Another added, "She just did that with such a talent and grace too." Samantha has been repeatedly slamming her sister for cutting off contact with her and her father. She's made numerous TV appearances referring to Meghan as pushy, fake, and calling her the Dutch something, and I'm not going to repeat it on air because YouTube might pull me off that air. Meghan is currently on a tour of Australia and the South Pacific with Prince Harry, 34, 4 or 5 years her junior. Ooh, interesting. Now, guys, the moment that you've all been waiting for. I have actually got a very, very special guest for you today. I have none other. If I can find what it is that I'm looking for. Looks like I can't find it. So she will she'll not be making an appearance today, but in the spirit of good fun, I'm going to read her speech in the woman's voice. Let's check this out. Sydney stole my fucking glasses! Bastard! Bulla! It is a great privilege to be with all of you today. As a university graduate, I know the personal feeling of pride and excitement that comes with attending university, from the moment you receive your acceptance letter to the exams you spent countless late nights studying for, the lifelong friendships you make with your fellow alumni, and the moment you receive your diploma. The journey of higher education is an incredible, impactful and pivotal one. I'm also fully aware of the challenges of being able to afford this level of schooling for many people around the world. Even though my dad paid for everything, myself included. It was through scholarships, bullshit, financial aid, sorry, bullshit, and work study where my earnings from a job on campus went directly towards my tuition that I was able to attend university. Bullshit. Oh, I'm sorry, I've got a terrible cold today. And without question, it was worth every effort. Everyone should be afforded the opportunity to receive the education they want, but more importantly, the education they have the right to receive, especially if those people have a vagina. I'm so emotional. I feel so happy right now. And for women and girls in developing countries, this is vital. Providing them with access to education is the key to economic and social development for people with a vagina. Because when girls are given the right tools to succeed, they can create incredible, incredible futures, but only for themselves and only for those around them. While progress has been made in many areas across the Commonwealth, there is always scope to offer more opportunities to the next generation of young adults, and specifically to young women. The Association of Commonwealth Universities, which has Her Majesty the Queen, is patron of. I found them! Support universities to promote equality in their own institutions. I am pleased to announce today that 2 new grants will be awarded to Fiji National University so more people can be indoctrinated in feminism. And this University of the South Pacific, allowing each of them to run workshops which empower their female staff and everyone with a vagina, even if they don't claim to be female. This means that female faculty members are able to encourage others to follow in their footsteps and enter higher education indoctrination, and that more women become part of the decision-making process in academic institutions, so that the future can become female and we can totally take over fucking universities, so those privileged white male assholes like my dad that paid for my college education won't have a chance, because fuck them. Grants like this ensure that women are provided with the training and skills to operate effectively in their roles, and those with leadership potential are given the opportunity to be heard and recognized at the most senior level. It is wonderful to join you here today, and we look forward to learning more about your academic endeavors and the work you plan to do as future leaders and as change makers, but not homemakers, because don't you fucking dare stay at home and look after your husband, you misogynist pigs! My husband Harry and I wish you all the very best of luck as you continue your studies and work. Your efforts now will help to make a positive future for each of you and your communities at large. Congratulations to you all, and Bula! I feel so happy that we're going to be able to indoctrinate so many people moving forward in Fiji. Feminism is going to run rampant in Fiji, and the family structure is eventually going to break down, because that's my goal. I'm going to hand you back to Sydney now, because I've said all that I have to say, and that was my speech, not anyone else's. My speech! Fuck's sake. Isn't that bitch just unbearable? Glad I'm done with her. And you might be wondering why I put on the wig, why I did the woman's voice, right? Is Meghan Markle a feminist? Could it be? Could it be that this new princess, the wife of Prince Harry, is a raving feminist? Let's find out, shall we? Oh, here we go. Meghan Markle declares herself a feminist on the British monarchy's website. Meghan Markle does not appear to be reining in her feminist views since her traditional yet modern nuptials to Prince Harry. On her new page on the British monarchy official website, in pulled out quotes, the woman now known as the Duchess of Sussex says, "I am proud to be a woman and a feminist," referencing a line from a 2015 speech she gave at a United Nations event. And we all know how cancerous the United Nations is. Her biography on the site emphasizes her early activism. A feminist being an activist as well. What a surprise! Including how at age 11, she took on Procter & Gamble for a commercial, claiming that women all over America are fighting greasy pots and pans. After Meghan's intervention, the company changed the ad to people all over America. And look, and fair enough. But you get my point, right? You see where this is going. At 11, she's already becoming a feminist activist. It's not going to get any better from here. And, oh man, I reckon Prince Harry's in for a rude shock when she finally sinks her teeth all the way in. These early experiences helped to shape her lifelong commitment to causes such as social justice and women's empowerment. You got it, the website says. The website also notes her volunteer work at soup kitchens in Los Angeles, her hometown. Very good of her. I'm not going to knock any volunteering work she's done at soup kitchens. I think that that's noble work and it's altruistic indeed. Although that is not to be taken as a reflection of her whole personality. And Toronto, where she filmed Suits, as well as her work as a woman's, aka feminist advocate for the United Nations, which is also a feminist body, and a global ambassador for World Vision Canada. Oh, there we go, Canada. We know where that's going. Many campaigners here are looking to see whether Meghan dials back her activism upon joining the royal family. On the one hand, she now has a new global platform. On the other, she'll be expected to stay clear of party politics. She once called President Trump a, surprise, surprise, misogynist! And posted an anti-Brexit picture on her now deleted Instagram feed. I wonder how many pictures she had on her Instagram feed of her taking selfies. These kinds of political interventions are now a no-no, but many are curious to see whether she will continue to speak out on feminism and racial issues. Anyway, I'm not going to continue to go on with that piece. I think I've said enough, and you will find both these articles in the description below. But I mean, you've got to wonder, right? So she's meant to be a role model for young girls and children, right? And other women. She's meant to be a role model. She's lying about getting scholarships and, you know, getting all these special grants and privileges and opportunities that she, you know, she lucked upon or came upon by chance or worked so hard for. No, your white male, your straight white male dad paid for everything, Meghan. How about you fucking own up to it and say that you are economically privileged, right? Because if you have to actually admit that your straight white male dad paid for everything, then that kind of fucks up your whole feminist narrative, because you're relying on straight white men to put you through uni. Oh, the plot thickens, doesn't? What a tangled web we weave. What a tangled web we weave, indeed. Anyway, guys, I'd love to get your thoughts on this, so feel free to drop it in the comments after this live video finishes. Please smash that thumbs up, guys. It really helps me out when you do that. Man, I sounded like Joseph Paul Watson right now. And if you haven't yet subscribed, hit the subscribe button below and the bell next to it. I've got some sweet, juicy stories. Got some sweet, juicy stories over the weekend that you guys are going to find hilarious or infuriating, or both. By the way, we've got MGTOW Knowledge Darius in the box. If you haven't yet checked out Darius, go check him out. This guy is a weapon. What does Darius say? Meghan Markle gave trash washed up women out their hope. I can't believe Harry married a feminist. Damn straight. Damn straight, Darius. And by the way, I'd just like to say a special thank you to my man Peppermint Cat's Ass. Says a beer or Red Bull, brother. A beer or Red Bull is on me, brother. Thank you for your generous $5 donation, bro. And to John Spillers with the $10 donation, he says, thank you for sharing these stories, Sydney. I wouldn't get them any other way. For your information, your female voice cracks me up. Well, it cracks me up too, brother. Thank you so much for the comments. And, you know, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys, you know, are starting to see through the cracks of this feminist overlord seeping into the royal family. And you know what? And she's going to start to advise government on issues and policy. It's all part of a large-scale ploy by feminists to indoctrinate on a wide scale through the education system, through, you know, delivering this message as a person in a position of influence and a position of power. What's that? A woman in a position of power instead of a man? I thought only men had positions of power. I thought only men held power over women. But apparently women hold power over women too. And they seem to abuse it pretty well. Especially if you go and check out my video a day or two ago about the bridezilla that loaded her bridesmaids' shakes up for a couple of months. Oh, by the way, the bridesmaids were her sisters. So she actually loaded up her sisters' slimming shakes for months before her wedding with weight gain powder to make them look fat so she didn't have to exercise to look the best at the wedding. Unbelievable. And guys, if you think that a woman is cruel to do that to her sisters, imagine what she'll do to you as the husband, right? The sisters are going to take preference over the husband, and she's doing this to them. Man, you better buckle up, buddy. If you're thinking about putting a ring on that finger or this finger or whatever finger, this shit's all mirrored, as you can see here. But if you want to get one of these t-shirts, guys, or you want to donate, represent.com and paypal.me/SydneyMGTOW in the description below. Please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done it. Hit the notification bell next to it. I want to say thank you to you from all over the world for joining in this live chat today. Again, big shout out to Darius. It's 3 a.m. there in Chicago. So thanks for staying up, brother Darius. Go and check out his channel if you haven't already. Please share this video, guys, especially with everyone you know that's sick of hearing about the bullshit royal family, so you can see how much of a fraud this Meghan Markle is. And share it with anyone you know who's like, oh, Meghan's so beautiful, so they can also find out how much of a liar she is. And just share this with everyone in general so that they can find out that even fucking royalty are full of shit these days, and how you need to think for yourself. Unlock yourself from the matrix. Don't believe everything that you've been told. Don't believe everything you read in the news. Don't believe everything you see on the internet. Don't believe everything you hear on the radio. And especially don't believe anything you hear from women that have an agenda. Right? Yeah, sure, have a conversation. Have a conversation, you know. Listen to what men and women have got to say, but don't just believe it blindly, because that will lead you down the garden path. Right? And there's a lot of men who'll lie to you as well, right? Especially those with something to lose, like bankers, for example. You know, people who are trying to sell you something, for example, right? People in political power, the Labour and the Greens, who have a lot to gain from the minority vote. Man, they really want to lie through their fucking teeth to you, and you're going to find out more about that in the next few days, especially if you're already subscribed or if you're about to subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell. All right, guys, I'm going to bounce for now. I appreciate you all tuning in. But again, if you want to donate, paypal.me/SydneyMGTOW. Share this video with everyone. Get it out there. Social media, WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger. I don't care. Just get this to other people so that they can see this fraud for who she is. All right, guys. Appreciate you all joining in, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.